All right, guys. How's it going?
It's going well. Thank you very
It is.
much.
It's going very good.
All right, so we're gonna freaking rank some Star Wars characters. Our goals here is to be somewhat fast, I guess. We want this to be entertaining, and we want all of our opinions to be objectively right. Okay,
Right.
that's the main goal.
That being said, this fella right here, Jar Binks, he's going straight into legendary tier.
So okay, so we got legendary, great, good, decent, bad, and bantha fodder, and then I just kind of took a bunch of characters who didn't have a lot of screen time, didn't contribute to the plot or anything, and put them in irrelevant.
Hey, irrelevant.
Because I think it'd be kind of unfair to put those guys anywhere else. We're not gonna rank all
Yeah.
these guys just because there's so many characters on this list. So we're just gonna mostly focus on the big boys, the big boy pants wearing guys.
Always a bigger boy.
So well, let's start off with the chosen one himself. Where do we put Anakin Skywalker?
Anakin Skywalker, so is this how his character is written or how his character is
I think we should take both into account.
I also
Both
do we
into account?
count Vader and Anakin as the same person? Because if we're counting Vader too, he's going straight up into legendary category unquestioned.
I think they're two
I
separate
would say
things.
yes. I mean, people love to separate them, but like they are the same person, you know.
Okay, because
I think
if we're
yeah.
counting them as the same person, then Vader and Anakin are going straight into legendary category.
Mhm.
With the most iconic
Yes.
villain in movie history, he was portrayed kind of roughly in the prequels, but his arc was amazing. Any objections?
his story was
No,
fantastic.
I do not object.
Okay. Next up, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh
No
my gosh.
arguments,
Okay,
legendary tier
He
right
was
away.
Prequel memers,
If-
rise up.
I think he's such a critical character to the story too.
Yes.
To
I think it'd be
Anakin's
kind of a
story.
crime not to put him in legendary category. Just so we don't crowd up this thing, I'm gonna take down Anakin and with this Obi-Wan, just so they're represented there, but we don't just crowd up the place. Okay, next
Visible confusion.
Qui-Gon Jinn. Where do we put Qui-Gon Jinn? See, I would love to put him
Qui-Gon
in
Jinn.
great, but the problem was the writing was pretty bad in the Phantom
He only has
Menace.
one movie as well. I would put him in
Yeah.
good, maybe decent,
He was
but
he was not very fleshed out. If his character was more fleshed out, I think he would be a great character. But unfortunately, he just didn't have enough screen time.
But
I
he's
think,
Liam
and
Neeson.
also poor writing. So
yeah, I think he's going into the good
only a
tier.
good for this lad.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have
Okay.
Padme. Where do we put Padme?
Can I just have the stage for a second?
Bad.
Padme is
Ryan's is bad.
maybe the worst actress in the prequels.
Are you sure about that?
And that's
Really?
saying a lot. And also maybe the
Really?
worst written.
Yeah.
For me, she's
She's a plot device.
She's very good for the plot and good for Anakin's arc, but other than that, I didn't really like her as a character very much.
Padme, when Anakin goes in legendary tier, you're going down a path I can't follow.
You're gosh darn right.
I mean,
you
I
won't.
can see an argument for decent just because of her point in the story, but I don't know. I think that bad is. I think that's a decent place for
Yeah,
her.
this is subject to change, obviously.
All
but yeah.
right. Next up, we have let's go to R2. I mean, he's R2D2.
Your favorite.
He's
He's
Your favorite
great.
Just
tin
put him
can
in
mine.
great.
I think great.
I don't
Great's-
think he can go into legendary because he literally has 0 lines.
I mean, I would be
Not as
okay
good
with
as a
putting him in
character to be
legendary.
on that dial.
He's like iconic as heck. Like
Right.
you've probably, I've owned so many R2D2 toys in my life. I don't even know what to do with them. I do. I put them on my dressing stand actually. I just all on the line. They're pretty nice,
Say 3 AOR.
as he says in episode 6.
I think he has to go right up there with R2, maybe a little bit lower.
Yeah, they're a duo. You can't separate them. They're inseparable.
At
I mean,
least,
it's kind of hard to imagine a Star Wars without these two. Like some people say that they find 3PO annoying, but like, come on, if 3PO was absent from the movie, it would feel like something's missing.
I think C-3PO was some light comedy that kind of fit into the universe at the same
Yeah.
time, so it was good. I like 3PO.
Let's skip down to the big three. So, Luke Skywalker.
Ooh, that's tough.
Ooh,
See,
Uh,
Luke Skywalker.
Ryan, what do you think?
Either great or legendary.
I would put him in legendary. I don't like his
The
portrayal.
Last Jedi.
The
I
Last Jedi exists,
listen,
yeah.
I know there are some fans of the Last Jedi out there, but I just personally, in my opinion, just don't like Luke's portrayal. I would say legendary though. He's
I
Luke
would-
Skywalker.
He's legendary until Episode 8. Episode 8, he's bad or bantha fodder.
Bro.
That's just our opinion, though.
That's just my.
If you like Luke's portrayal in Episode 8, good
Hey.
on you. I wish I liked him in Episode
Anybody
8.
that's watching this,
Yeah.
It's
This is
not
all
that I
just our
liked
opinion.
His portrayal, but I didn't hate it.
okay,
I hate it.
it's okay. It's okay to have. It's okay to have our own opinions sometimes.
That was a joke.
That was.
Yeah, if anyone's watching, we don't care what your opinions are. I mean,
Obviously, everybody has
At
a
all.
different take on
Yeah,
the
we
story.
only care
no,
about
it's
our
just like it's no. My point
Yeah,
is like,
you
why would
suck.
you ever get like actively upset at someone liking something else? How dare you like a movie?
Alright,
If you'd like to disagree with us in the comments, please don't, because we will shoot you.
Next up is Leia.
I think she goes
Great.
into the great tier.
Either great, I mean, good or
She's
great.
great. She's great.
I think she's
She's
great.
great. I
Because
think.
I can't.
She's a great character.
Yeah,
Very well written, very well acted, but she just doesn't have the same amount of impact on the plot.
I can't.
as-
I don't agree on that actually. I feel like especially in episode
Really?
5, maybe 5 you could say, but definitely 4 and 6. She quickly establishes herself as the leader, and she has a very firm place within the main cast.
That is true.
Yeah, that's why she's in great.
Yeah,
'cause
she's
Legendary
the
is just-
person who keeps everyone together. She's the one who orders people around, not in like a bossy way, but in like a
Hey,
command
guys,
way.
call
you
me
know?
crazy, but I don't feel comfortable putting Leia on the same tier as R2 and 3PO. I feel like maybe we should move them down.
Yeah. Well, Leia. Okay. Well, I did say that.
I would say they're great for different
in our-
reasons. R2 and 3PO are great because of what they add as side characters, but you could argue that she is a great main character. Let's put like Ewan McGregor's beautiful face on that.
Leia with Obi-Wan's face. Yes. I don't know. In our Empire video, I did say that Leia was my favorite character in Empire.
Yeah, she's really good in Empire.
Yeah, she was really good in that
Should
movie.
pop her up in Legendary or keep her
Yeah,
in Great?
it's either pop her up to Legendary or put R2 and 3PO down.
Eeny, meeny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe.
Next
Yeah,
we
Legendary.
have listen, if we put Leia in Legendary, we have to put Han in Legendary. There's no
Han.
other option.
Let's just put the
Yeah.
original 3 in Legendary.
Yeah. I mean, like, come
Han
on.
is probably
Ooh,
one of my favorite
scruffy
characters in the
looking.
whole.
Can you keep like come on. Name an iconic trio like this. I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
okay, Han, along with Emperor Kuzco, has an arc, but he's consistently stays the same person and the same character. He doesn't like go through this like huge personality change or anything. He remains the same person while also changing as a person throughout the movies. His arc is one of my favorites in the movie.
All right, I'm just gonna pop a few more characters into
Also-
irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
He's
Actually, wait, never mind. Ki-Adi-Mundi worries about the droid attack on the Wookiees. Legendary tier.
also I want to say about Han as well is he's my favorite part of the
Is that
sequels.
Dexter Jester?
Dexter
Dude,
Jester.
it's Dexter Jester from the Dexter Jester restaurant. Where did he go?
Right
Legendary tier. All right, next.
He actually did tell Obi-Wan about so he actually did have some plot.
You know, I'll put him.
relevance,
I'll put him in
whether-
decent. I'll put him in decent. Okay. I think that as a side character, he did his job. He was cool. He
I
has a
can't-
mustache. Decent. All right, let's get into the spicy meats here. All right, Admiral Holdo.
Oh.
Mm.
Ah.
Ryan, what's your
Bad.
take?
Bad.
I would agree. I don't think we can put her in Bantha fodder.
I can put her in Bantha fodder.
Ah.
No, take her.
She was a
Pull her off
very,
the Bantha fodder.
very
She
bad
smells like
character.
Bantha fodder now.
She
Good
makes
job.
me shaking
No,
with
I'm
rage.
reserving Bantha fodder.
Oh, you cut out there. I wonder who he's saving
Individual
Bantha fodder.
from Jakku.
Wait, yeah, I think that Holdo, I don't like Holdo because they go out of their way to make the lesson that you shouldn't question authority at all, and I think that's really stupid because that's what fascists do.
Yeah, they forgot
Yeah.
they forgot that when they aired that in America that they weren't airing the Chinese version.
Yeah, so I just think she adds not much to the story besides frustration. It really stinks though, because I really liked her actress. Like she was great in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
talented person. It just stinks she got
But
put in
for
that
her to
role.
be as good of an actress as she was in that role and be on the same tier as Padme just shows how poorly written and bad the story was.
I do want to make it very clear. She is much worse than Padme. Make that very clear. All right.
That's correct.
So
I agree.
next up, all right. I was gonna look at here, but I'm gonna use the classic picture of him, the Emperor. We all know exactly where he's going. I don't think there's any
Yep.
debate
He
about
has to
this.
go in Legendary.
All right. He may have had a
No.
pointless comeback in the sequels, but we don't talk about that. Portrayed by Ian
No.
McDermott, one of
Yep.
the best actors in the entire series, arguably the
Palpatine
best.
was the best character. in
We
the
just
prequel
throw him right in
trilogy.
Bantha fodder.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Prequel trilogy was Palpatine's trilogy.
In the prequels, it was just amazing to see how he was fighting both sides of the war at the same time.
It's like, you ever seen that Pixar
I'm
short
playing
of the
both
old guy
sides,
playing
so I
chess with himself?
Cherry's
You know the old
game.
Pixar-
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just that. Alright. Who shall we rank next?
Let's do Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett.
So, Boba Fett's an
Boba
interesting
Fett,
case.
oh yeah.
He was hyped up like crazy before Empire came out. And he
Good.
just ended up he's in the plot, but
Sarlacc.
he doesn't do anything. He's so underutilized.
Should we
He's
even
like
put him in decent?
he's
though?
slightly better than Darth Maul. I mean, I'd be okay with putting him in bad. Only thing is, they wrote some pretty awesome Legends novels about him that I read that are, of course, now non-canon. I don't like the Disney
Oh.
version of Boba Fett in the comics. They just turned him into like a ruthless killing machine, which I guess he kind of was like that in the Legends too. But he actually had like morals and like a personality. I mean, I'm okay with putting him in decent, but if you put him in bad, I'm okay with putting him in bad too, because let's be honest, he didn't do much in the originals.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very true.
He was
Except
also
for
in the
the
prequels.
Australia.
Yeah, what do you guys think we should put him in?
Let's
I
put
think
him
we
in.
should still put him in decent.
Let's
though.
put him in decent for
Okay,
now.
yeah, that's a good
Because
call.
he does not belong with.
Ooh, Billy D. Where do you put Lando?
He goes in.
Great.
No, not, yeah, great. Not.
I'd say
No,
great.
I agree with Ryan,
I'd
just
say
because I
great.
don't think he's to the level of these 6 people right here, which I consider to be the 6 best characters in the entire series. Lando does his job perfectly, portrayed great, super unique character. He's Lando, what else am I gonna say?
Right, and there was a good twist in 5 as well, with him being with Vader.
2 twists.
Cool twist.
Oh yeah,
Cool
by the way,
twist, bro.
this is probably spoiler filled.
Hey,
if
bro,
no one caught up on
nice
FNF.
twist.
Wait,
Spoilers.
who put Kit Fisto in Irrelevant?
He doesn't. I mean, in the Clone Wars, he does.
In the Clone Wars, he's relevant,
Hold
but
up.
I mean, if you want to count
The
Clone
plot
Wars stuff,
thickens.
if you wanna,
Wait a second.
actually, let's go over to Jango Fett. He does his job. He's a plot device, I guess. He has some cool lines.
He's
cool.
decent.
I like his actor. His actor's great. He voices the clones, I believe.
yeah.
Really,
He had a good fight with them.
really awesome voice. Gotta say.
Grievous.
General Grievous,
Grievous?
the
Okay.
meme man himself.
Listen, I am tempted to say he's in good, but the introduction of his character was kind of like
Out of
episode 8,
nowhere.
or yeah, episode 9.
Stop complaining about the sequels every 5 seconds.
Sorry, dude.
We want to have a positive
Yeah.
energy.
For
here.
what he was in 6, I would say he's good.
6.
Or sorry, in 3, I would say he's good.
Ah.
You can argue
Oh.
decent, but he's a better
In-
character than Jango.
Some of his dialogue is pretty garbage though, like I'm like, wow, that's some Lucas dialogue right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think
But-
Yeah.
you-
If you're including the Clone Wars, like I would
Yeah.
say he's a much better character.
He's
we-
a good
we'll
character.
throw him in good. We'll
Yeah.
throw him in good.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't-
good.
He
He's
does
good.
his job as a side villain.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So, who shall we rank next? All right, yeah, let's I think that we've gotten most of the main characters from the originals
Hey,
and
Yoda.
prequels, but yeah, let's go to these guys right here. The Sith
Oof.
Lords. So
Yoda is a legendary character.
I think it'd be kind of a crime to put him anywhere lower.
Yeah.
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 One of the things that
Yoda.
I never liked about Yoda in the prequels, he just doesn't show any emotion. He went to being like the most like vibrant character in the originals to just being the most like serious, monotone, like hardcore dude.
Hey, that's Lucas for you.
Well, I think that he has his. I think that prequel Yoda does have his place though in the Yoda character arc because
Yeah.
he failed in Revenge of the Sith. He goes into
Yeah.
exile on Dagobah and he learns about like how to trust the person to not be emotionless.
Yeah, and I think that does kind of almost go to show the flaws of the Jedi Order too.
And
that
speaking
most
of the
the-
flaws of the Jedi Order,
Whack.
Mace hecking Windu. I'm
Nope.
sorry to cut you off, Josh. You can go ahead.
Mace Windu's good tier. He's a really cool character, but he's not a great tier. I don't think.
You're on this council, but we do not grant you the
They
right.
make him great.
Yeah, he's the personification of the Jedi Council. He's basically he represents the Council basically.
I
does.
am the council.
All right. Darth Maul. If we're
Darth
counting
Maul,
just the Phantom Menace, he's bad, maybe decent, just because he has no personality.
Hey, is no
Plus,
dialogue better than bad dialogue
Clone Wars
though?
and Rebels Clone Wars and
If we're talking Clone Wars, he gets straight up good because he's a great character. Maybe even great, honestly, if we're counting
No,
Clone
he's
Wars.
good. He's good.
But I think
Yeah, I
the
agree.
Phantom Menace kind of weighs him down. There was just no emotional investment in the fight, just because Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon had no clue who he was. You know, it was just flashiness for flashiness' sake. Speaking of the Phantom Menace,
Bantha Father.
Okay, I don't really care what the memers say. We could just do it for the memes. But if you if you really look at his character, this dude is straight up Bantha Fodder.
He is. I was
I am
just saying
sorry.
that.
I don't know. I'm not sorry.
you know, it kind
No.
of pains me to
For
put him under Holdo, but I get your point.
For anyone,
Bantha Fodder was designed for Jar Jar. This
Jar
whole
Jar
tier.
is the physical embodiment of Bantha Fodder. He is
It's
just
like child servicing.
it's
Literally, it's like so the kids would
he's
be
like-
entertained with the movie.
He's like the laugh track on Disney Channel. Like honestly, if there was a laugh track in the Phantom Menace, it would play like every second after Jar Jar. Jar Jar says, "Oh, Misa falling over." Ha 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 ha.
Let's talk about Darth Tyranus, Count Dooku, Christopher
Dooku.
Lee, one of the best actors, of course.
He's good too.
I think he's good. I think
Yeah.
that like the portrayal definitely helps to save him.
Yeah.
He has a good place. He's good in the plot.
Great actor.
I mean, a phenomenal actor, obviously, yeah. But I have
Dooku
nothing
in
bad
the
to say about
Clone
him.
Wars.
Yeah, he also gets.
He's a
fleshed out a
little
lot.
more. This might be just my opinion. I feel like he was a little more like mustache twirling evil in the Clone Wars, where he felt more like much more political in the prequel. I don't know.
That is
It's
true.
probably just me.
Oh, I'm
I
not
don't
brave
know.
enough for
But
politics.
he felt a lot more menacing, present in the Clone Wars. Like he felt like he was
I agree,
a
yeah.
threat.
Yeah.
Like he's scary because
Yeah, like the way he carried himself,
Oh, he's scary.
and I
Yeah.
think the way he was animated really helped too. Like he seemed
That-
bigger and more like his face was more evil looking.
Yeah.
Also,
You're beginning to sound like a
dude, there's so
politician.
much I want to talk about Count Dooku, but I want to save that for the Low Ground podcast when we do that for episode 2.
Guys, go check out Low
Which
Ground
we are still
Podcast
doing.
1 and 2.
Yeah, my
It
PC's
is
my PC's been busted
Sponsored ad.
for my PC's been busted for like a month. Yeah, it looks like we've gotten most of those guys. We'll go to the minor characters, but let's hop over to the sequels. Starting off with
Oh lord.
Trash.
Finn. So listen, if we're talking like episode 7,
He's straight.
Finn's straight up great. All right, we're talking
Yes.
the rest of the things where he does literally nothing the whole time and
He's
weighs
decent.
down the
He's
plot.
decent tier.
I would say decent.
bad.
No,
I'd say
he's
bad.
He's not bad. He's
Ah.
decent tier.
Actually, no,
Dude,
I would understand. I would understand
I
bad.
think he served a purpose. I think his purpose ended, especially what was it when he should have just sacrificed himself. I hated how they had Rose save him. Like it
yeah,
made no
and
sense.
they- and,
like
like-
the flow of the movie just like stopped. It was like what?
Ryan, what's your take? We need a sequel fans' input. It wouldn't be fair if we all just judged this. We need
Yeah,
your.
we
We
need
need
I
your.
feel like he should go decent or good.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
putting
that
him
maybe 2 things: 1, Ryan's input, and 2, episode 7 is good enough to bring him into the good
decent. Yeah,
category.
let's meet halfway.
We should be fair to
I
episode 7.
love Finn in episode 7,
He was
but
great.
after episode 7, all he does is scream Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in episode
Yeah.
8, I really didn't like the Canobite plot line. And in
Yeah.
episode 9, I legitimately forgot what Finn did the entire movie. I completely forgot what he did.
Ray, I have something to tell you.
Yeah. Literally, that was his
He
only.
was trying to
his
come
only
out as a furry, dude. You shouldn't. Don't rush him.
I'd say Finn is.
Oh wait, speaking of furries, we forgot about the droid attack on the Wookiees. We forgot about
Chewie.
Chewie.
Where is Chewie?
Phere's Chewie?
Oh,
Is
where
Chewie
is
not on
this
this
man?
list?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, the maker of this
Here he
tier
is, here he
list.
is, here he is.
Okay, I was gonna say if
Chewie.
you have.
He's great.
That was
He's
almost.
Chewie.
almost a war.
I was gonna say if you have this man right here but not Chewbacca, I'm suing, dude.
Wasn't this guy in Rogue One who said these starships are disabled? That created the meme. Hey, that guy made a meme. Everyone give a
That
hand.
starship
Straight up
is
goat tier, bro.
Maybe should I make an entire category that just says plot device and then just put all the
plot
Droids.
device.
no.
Yeah.
Uncar plot?
Let's see. Yeah. Okay. We'll stick with the sequels characters. I'll save Ray. I want to hear Casey yell a bit. Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren
Oh my
is
good
a
or great.
You know what?
character.
I think he's the one person in the movie when like in any of the sequels where I saw him come on, I was like, thank you. Like, I felt like good about watching it. I don't know, like I thought he had good character development.
Yeah.
I thought he had the most interesting plot by far.
Most
I would say
consistent
so.
plot as well.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of
I-
Kylo Ren. I know that a lot of Kylo Ren's plot shadows Vader, but that's kind of what he is. He's portrayed as a shadow of Vader.
That's the
While
goal.
Vader was always the bad guy playing good the entire time, Kylo Ren was always the good guy playing bad.
Right.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
I think he's like a mirror. He's like the same.
Yeah.
He's a different side of the same coin that Anakin was. I'd put him in good. I think that he does his
He's
job.
a good character. He's
I
a
think that-
solid
Yeah,
character,
I agree.
which
I
is
agree. I think
more
for
than
sure.
you can say from those.
He's not perfect. I have my issues with him, but overall, I would say that he's definitely better than Finn. No offense, Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if anyone's watching, somehow some tier list work is that they put like the people they like better to the left or whatever. We're not doing that. We're just putting them on the same plane. We're not saying that
we
Qui-Gon is
travel our
better
own
than.
road.
Yeah. All right.
Get our editor to
Poe
do it.
Dameron. Okay, so much potential thrown in the garbage. I mean, oh
Bad.
my gosh.
Okay, listen. Episode 7. Poe was a freaking pretty good character, but the plot line between him and Finn, they had some great chemistry in 7, but they just went
Yes.
nowhere
Dude,
with it
I
in
remember,
8.
I'm like the red carpet like announcement of episode 8 or whatever. They're talking to fans. One guy's like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how the whole Finn and Poe relationship is gonna work out," and then it didn't. So
Yes, they had such great chemistry in 7, but then they just kind of like, yeah, these two are characters that exist for the next 2 movies, but
he
Rey
doesn't have any
is
purpose in
the main
episode.
character that exists.
Yeah, he doesn't have a purpose in episode 8 besides telling the audience questioning authority is bad.
Yeah.
And then episode 9, he just follows Finn and shoots people. Ryan, what's your opinion? Again, we must have your stuff, your thoughts. It is necessary.
Okay.
I think Poe's a decent character. I mean, he could have been a lot better, but
Well, okay, first of all, the people in decent tier, I don't feel like any of them after we made this list. There's a huge drop off from good to decent. And
Yeah,
Dexter
we
Jester.
went, guys. We went from Count Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn to Dexter Chester.
Hey, he told Obi-Wan about Kamino.
dude, they should have brought Dexter Jester back to tell them about freaking
The droid
Exegol.
attack. No, the
Dexter Jester should have been the main villain in The Rise of Skywalker.
Just clone him.
dude, he was Snoke. How can we have been? Okay, yeah.
Dexter Jester team up with
Okay.
Let's put Poe in decent. Put Poe in decent.
Okay. I'd rather put him in bad, but let the record show I'd rather put him in bad, but we'll put him in
I
decent.
don't think I can put him on the
Yes.
same level as Padme.
All right. Next up, let's put.
Rose, bad.
irrelevant.
honestly, yes, relevant.
No, I mean, I mean,
Bantha fodder.
Okay, she was
Rose is Bantha fodder.
Dude, Rose makes me so mad.
Every time I look at her, I just like I want you to die.
And
I
okay,
know.
just to be
Yeah.
clear,
Her hair though.
just to be clear, this is the actress who played her, got a lot of hate. This is nothing on the actress. She was just
Yes,
very poorly
this is
written into the
not
story.
actress.
hey, so you know those.
Every criticism in this video is about the character
In the
that
movie, yeah.
was written, and obviously all of the actors here did a fantastic job.
Most of them.
Except for
playing-
Padme.
We can talk about
Well,
Jake
I-
Lloyd, dude.
The robot cyborg dude that
You
they
an
got
angel.
on set for episode 3. I felt like he could have been a little bit better, but
I wish that the Gonk droid is on this list,
Dude,
man.
that's freaking Elon Musk's son. Is that still a meme?
wait.
Oh, okay.
there's-
Next up, we got. Do we count Snoke as a separate character? Because let's be honest,
Yeah.
he was clearly not going to
Yeah,
be
he's
Palpatine. The original plan was not to make him Palpatine. Clearly, you watch those movies. I see none of Palpatine's mannerisms, his way of speaking. I don't see Palpatine mirrored him at all. I think we should categorize him as a different character.
I think he's decent.
Snoke is a decent villain.
decent.
I think that
I
you
think-
take episode 7. I loved him in episode 7. How
Yes.
mysterious and
If they actually ran with the ideas they had in episode 7 with all these characters, we could be seeing more characters in great tier right now.
I could see him even
Quite
being in
honestly,
legendary, honestly, if they incorporated him right.
If they just stuck with the original plot, they didn't have a plan. But if all of the
12% of a
sequels
plan.
were the quality of episode 7, I would legitimately.
They'd be better than the prequels.
I think it definitely could have been better than the prequels because there was a lot of potential there.
And you know, if Kathleen Kennedy didn't strangle all of the life out of the sequels, then maybe they would have been. Wait, hold on, everybody, hold on. Where's Babu Frick? There he is! He's on the list!
Right there.
He's there! Oh my gosh, Babu Frick! Oh!
Okay, alright.
Babu Frick is a legendary.
Okay, I said
Babu
earlier
Frick
that
was
Han.
one of the only sequel characters I literally enjoyed watching.
I said
Every-
earlier that Han was
for-
my favorite
for
part of the
every
sequels. I
single
lied.
second he was on screen. I enjoyed looking at that little
Hey!
package of hey-hey-ness.
Hey, be careful now. Little what?
The little package of hey-hey-ness.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of hey-hey-ness.
Alright, so now the moment that Casey's been waiting for. Ray! Yeah, where the heck is Unkar Plutz? Where does Unkar Plut go?
Unkar Plut.
Jeez.
You said a certain person from Jakku. Where does Unkar Plut
Oh
go?
my god.
Kenobi.
Kenobi's face
Let's
on
put.
Kenobi.
That's hot. That's hot.
I'm seeing
Oh,
double.
yeah, that's hot.
That's Alright, next.
Is-
Yeah.
All right.
Next character.
Rewind
For the real though, let's go to the other Jakku person.
Don't
Lobot.
get me started.
No. Crap! I lost Ray. Where did she
She's
go?
right there.
She's not on this list. Not
She doesn't count as a character.
All right. Okay, so I want to hear. I want to hear both spectrums. We have Ryan and we have Casey. I want you two to speak.
Hold on, can I say something first? In terms of character arc, we have no character arc.
Ryan, go ahead.
I
want your
would
Ryan
put
take.
her at. I would put her at decent.
Not even great.
Are you arguing, Greg?
No, I'm just. I thought that
Are you playing devil's advocate?
I'm playing devil's advocate. Yeah. No, Ryan, what do you think?
I would put her at decent.
Say what you gotta say, because I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to say whenever you're done. So,
Yeah.
if
Can I
you have
talk
any,
about
if
Ray?
you have any positive art about her, then say it now.
Can I talk
I was-
about Ray?
Yeah, you can. I just want to say real quick that I don't have a problem with her in The Force Awakens. It was good setup. You can say what you want about her being overpowered in Episode 7. That was set up. Episode 7 was meant to be set up. That setup was thrown out the window. That plan was gone. That is why I have a problem with her. Ryan says she's decent or good. Or wait, did Ryan say decent or good?
Either one. Either or.
I said decent.
Okay. And yeah, Ryan is a sequels fan, and he probably knows more about it than we do. So I don't
That's
know.
fair.
Okay, Ray, first of all, I just want to say, I said earlier Ray has no character arc, but main characters can also be static characters, to be fair.
Yeah, look at Marty McFly. Only problem is this is Star Wars.
Right, this is Star Wars.
That's true.
It's all about the change of characters over time. Like, look at
Okay.
most of some of the best characters in Legendary tier. Anakin, Luke, Han, Leia. Some of the best. Babu Frick, dude.
By the way, I'm leaving Babu Frick in Legendary tier.
But
Yes.
Ray, like most of these Episode 7 characters, I would say she's still good.
I don't think she's nearly as bad as people say she is. I think that Rey gets an unnecessary amount of hate. Like, just so many people just on like the Rey hate bandwagon of just like
That's me.
completely
Casey.
tra-
I think it's because she's the embodiment of the.
Okay, so yeah, so
She is all the
basically,
Jedi.
the reason I have such a problem with Rey is that every time I watch any of the sequels, which is not much, I've only watched them like once or twice through, but I feel like she's just thrown in there just to have like an overpowered female character. And obviously, you know, that wasn't probably meant to be like from the start, but that's how it came out to be. And it just makes me mad because I obviously have no problem with a strong female lead. Like, I think that's so important for people these days to see that. But I just think that it's like, just for the sake of having a main female character that like cannot be beat, is like, there's no reason to do that then.
Was that the reason
I
why
don't
they?
know,
Is that the reason why they put her in there?
I don't think so, but I think
don't know.
I think it
I
may
don't
have
know.
come across.
I-
that
I mean,
way.
like, hey, it's Kathleen Kennedy, so it might have. It might have
No,
been.
I mean, Ray, Her being a Palpatine,
That I like that. I like that
I
she's
liked
a Palpatine.
it, but it was not developed early on. There was clearly no plan for her, and I think all the
Yeah,
characters from the
so-
sequels suffer because of that.
Yeah, a lot of things that Rey suffers from. It's not just a Rey problem; it's a sequels problem. Like you can make the same
Yeah.
argument
Yeah.
of Rey, Kylo to a certain extent, especially Finn and Poe. I might even, yeah, I mean,
Finn had great potential. In
the only reason why Finn is higher than Rey is because of how much I like him personally in Episode 7.
Yeah. Here, CJ, can you scroll up to the legendary tier? Look at these characters. Look at Anakin, Obi-Wan, Luke, Leia, Han, not so much Palpatine, Yoda, and not Boba Fett. But all
What?
of those characters that are legendary, all of those, well, Anakin was a protagonist, I would say. All of those characters, all of those protagonists, they struggled, they failed.
That's what
But
I
in the
see.
end, they overcame their obstacles. Rey did not struggle, nor
She
fail.
didn't even really have obstacles. Like she just kind of like powered through everything.
The only obstacle
She
she
just
had.
bulldozed her way through the sequel trilogy.
And
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
listen, my opinion is if you have a character who's not physically challenged, like let's say like a bad guy they have to fight or anything like that, there should be mental barriers. And for example, like
Yeah.
Luke had mental barriers on top of physical barriers. He had the Empire to take down Vader, but also like the mental barriers of tempted by the dark side, Vader being his father, the Emperor getting in his head. There's that. So like for example, Thor is a good example of a character who's not at all challenged physically, like he's overpowered as heck, but the struggles he goes through is personal struggles with emotions and stuff like that. Thor is how you make an
Yeah.
overpowered character good.
True that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, let's move on.
I don't know.
Yeah, we were on Rey for too long. We
Yeah, I
said we were
Talk
gonna
about
shoot.
Rey all day.
I'll cut most of that stuff out, just so we have stuff to talk about in the sequel podcast. Also, I don't want like this video to be too long, but I'll leave a lot of the stuff in. All right, so it looks like we've cleared out most of the main characters. So let's just quickly blow through some guys. Like for example, Meriadoc Brandybuck.
Bantha fodder.
Um,
Bantha fodder. Bantha fodder. Bantha fodder.
Um,
Bantha
Look,
oh,
fodder.
Pippin! Pippin! They don't know about Exegol yet. We tell them, no, man, we can't do that. That'll progress the plot too quickly. Oh wait, guys, I want to talk about Hux. All right. First of all, we need to know what Ryan thinks.
What you got?
What
for
is your
Hux,
opinion?
man?
What do you think of
I
Hux? Give us your unfiltered, raw opinions.
Raw, untamed opinion.
I think he's a decent character.
Really?
I can
I
see
think
that.
Hux is a good character.
I think
Interesting.
Hux is a bad
I think
character.
Hux. We have people all over the
Okay, yeah.
spectrum.
Wait. Looks like we have people all over the place. Okay, so Ryan, explain your thing.
In Rise of Skywalker, they kind of just him being the spy. I thought it was a cool concept, but like, it was just kind of cringy.
Poorly done. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that was a really cool concept, but they handled it super poorly.
Yeah. Okay. So
There's so much
There's
more to talk
Anakin.
about.
I hate sand, and
Yeah.
then there's Hux. I am the spy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
jeez.
know. I don't like Sand was way worse, dude.
I
Because-
don't want you to win.
I just
I
want
just want
Kylo
Kylo
Ren.
Kylo Ren to
I
lose.
just want Kylo to lose.
Okay,
Oh.
so like Ryan. So Ryan, did you say he was good or decent? Ryan said he was decent. Peyton said he was
I said
good.
He was decent.
Peyton said he was good.
I think he's.
Josh and I
Okay.
think he's bad.
I think we
Hear
can
me
put him
out.
in decent. I
Yeah.
can hear that.
I do not like almost all of the sequels. I think the sequels on a whole are not good, and almost all of the characters in the sequels are not very good. But General Hux, here's my thing. In episode 7, the First Order was basically this like fascist regime, and they felt scary. They were intimidating. And Hux, especially with his speech, he was a big part of that. He really drove that home. Episode 7, he was actually liking Kylo Ren, which did kind of show some in the First Order, pun intended. Episode 8, he was treated like absolute garbage, and what I think Poe Dameron told him a yo mama joke. He was mopped the floor by Snoke with the Force within like the first 10 minutes of the movie. The yo mama joke and the floor mopping.
I agree.
Yo mama
And then,
is so stupid.
In the Rise of Skywalker, I think I didn't really mind him being the spy. But I think they handled it poorly.
It was done
but I don't
poorly.
think that that's a character reflection. I think that that's
It's
We'll put him
mostly
in
writing and
decent
directing.
because
excuse
no.
reflection.
Some of us think he's bad.
Yeah.
Some of us think he's
I
good.
guess he's
Ryan
decent.
thinks he's
I guess
decent.
he's decent.
All right. Oh yeah. This
I'll
list
say-
is
I would
interesting.
say decent as well. He served a purpose.
This list would be very different if this was like one of us making the list instead of all of us putting it in
I
input.
think so. This is good. All right.
It's an interesting concept though to have
So-
like a collaborated placement.
Yeah. I wonder like someone clicks on the video and skips ahead to see we have like they put my least favorite character so high, and I'm like, just watch the video, man. You can see why we did that.
Okay. Now that we did Hux, I think we should do the person that I always compare him to,
The
and that's
opposite.
Tarkin.
I can't find Tarkin. I don't know if he's on here.
He's right there.
Oh my freaking. Okay.
Grand Moff Tarkin. I love
Tarkin
Good.
is literally
Tarkin's
the
a great
opposite
character.
of Hux. Instead of being loud and demanding, he's more sinister and calm. He just like radiates authority. You know
Right.
what I'm
Even
saying?
Vader, like,
That's a good way of putting it. I would agree. Yeah, he's
Great
He's
tier.
very intimidating.
I think he's
without
great
even
tier.
saying anything.
I think
It's
Just by
that
the way he
have-
carries
he is the
himself.
prime example of how you make a personification of a certain enemy faction in a movie.
for the role he plays, he's definitely great tier. I would say that.
If you have not watched the first episode of the Low Ground podcast on A New Hope, we talk about Hux. No, not Hux. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? No, cut that out. CJ.
You're
What
going-
have I
We
done?
talk about we talk about Tarkin a lot in that
We
one
do.
and how he kind of reflects the Empire. So go give that one a watch, 'cause Lord knows we need the views.
Captain Phasma.
Captain
Phasma.
Okay.
I'm very confused of why.
Bad.
Listen, my opinion, she is the Boba Fett and the Darth Maul of the sequels. Every trilogy has one. The villain they underutilize and just don't do anything with.
I think she can be put in
Here's my
decent tier.
thing: if Boba Fett is indecent, and
Boba Fett's only indecent
Captain
because he
Phasma
has.
is the Boba Fett of the sequels. The sequels are worse than the originals.
True.
Therefore, Captain Phasma should be in the tier below.
Okay, listen. Hear me out.
The reason why I put Boba Fett higher is because he actually had an importance to the plot, which was taking Han to Jabba and tracking him down. Like that, led to 6 and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Phasma. I read the Phasma novel, and let me tell you, Phasma is such an interesting character, but they just did not. Just like I said, all of these characters in the sequels reek of missed potential.
Chrome Dome.
Chrome Dome.
God, that may take the cake for the worst line.
I think Chrome Dome goes straight into the bad.
No, I want to hear Ryan thinks. Ryan, what do you think?
I think they could have used her a little bit more, but yet again, they just didn't use her enough, and
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, like I said, it's like
Yikes.
she and
She
Boba
could have
Fett
been
are
something.
basically, yeah. She looks awesome. She has like the coolest armor. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa, voice crack.
I mean, I would say that I would put Boba Fett and her just in the same category. Like, if I was describing the characters, I would use the same words as Boba Fett. I mean, decent, I guess.
Let's put her in decent.
I mean,
Ooh,
personally, I'd probably put her in bad, but I mean, I put Boba Fett in decent, and I put Jango in decent, so I have to put her in decent, just to be
Yeah.
fair. Hey,
I
BB-8. We
think
haven't talked about BB-8. He's adorable. I love BB-8. He's great.
Yeah, I like BB.
Yeah.
I would say he's good.
He does
I
his
like
job.
him a lot.
He's not as lovable as R2.
He's like the R2 of the.
Yeah,
sequels.
but I don't have a problem with him.
He's so funny in episode 7. I think the most iconic BB-8 scene. It made everyone laugh in theaters. I remember this when Finn gave him the thumbs up and he doesn't know how to react, so
Yeah,
he
he
turns
did,
on
yeah.
the.
The Selenium system, that's the one. Get us there as fast as you can.
I'll drop you to Panema.
That was great. BB-8's great.
I don't
love
have
BB-8.
a problem with BB-8.
Maz does things. Can confirm.
Decent. Next character.
All right.
But that is a long
Yes.
story for another time.
Saw
Saw
Gerrera.
Gerrera.
So when I heard that the terrorist from the Clone Wars who blew things up and beat up battle droids with his fists was gonna be in Rogue One, I was so freaking hyped.
I
And then
know.
to find out that he died super quickly.
In Clone Wars, though,
yeah.
just him being Clone Wars puts him in decent, I think.
I'm Saw Gerrera, guys.
Dude, I was so excited for Saw. I was actually kind of let down. He didn't blow anything up, dude. He didn't even terrorize. Actually, he did. He sent his men to terrorize a bunch of clone troopers.
I think Forrest Whitaker is also a great choice.
He's decent. I don't know. He didn't impress me. I would have liked him to at least, he was cool. I mean, Halo 3 is now available on Steam. I just got that notification.
I think that goes
All right,
into
boys.
those two.
I'm buying it.
The thief dude from episode 8. That man. That
Okay.
man right there. He is bantha fodder.
Ryan, what's your take?
What's your take?
Bantha fodder.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
No,
I'd
I would say he's.
Scotty Money is a legendary character.
I mean, I would
I think he's
personally
kind of
say-
irrelevant.
Plo Koon is a decent character. You can't convince me others. My name was Master Plo Koon for
Yeah.
a hot second.
in the Clone Wars.
In the
he's really
Clone Wars,
cool.
he's a decent
Also,
character.
fun fact: he was the leader of the Wolf Pack. I forget the I think it was the 307th Legion. Don't quote me on that.
Yes.
They are statistically better than the 501st. More successful missions, fewer casualties. They were the goats. All right. Hey, Akbar. He doesn't really. He just
It's
kind
a
of.
trap.
If he didn't say it's a trap, no one would remember
That's
him.
true. For that single line, he's good.
That is true. That and he had an offstage death. In
Oh yeah, offstage dash.
Okay, so
death
listen.
puts-
How awesome would it be that thing blows up, and instead of power going to purple hair lady, freaking Admiral Akbar walks up and takes the lead for the movie.
Here's my thing. Like, Akbar, he just like, you're right. If he didn't say it's a trap, no one will remember him. And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't understand why they gave him an offstage death in episode 8.
So
Like,
stupid.
Lord
It's
knows
about
the
subverting
runtime
expectations.
didn't cut. Subverting expectations.
But hey,
Like-
we should talk about
he
we should
died.
talk about Rogue One characters though before we
Ooh,
dive.
Jyn Erso.
Jen Erso, she's
I-
great. She's a great character.
Great.
I really like Rogue
She's
One.
kind
See,
of
that is a
emotionless.
great example of
Fan.
a strong lead.
Casey cut out, so
That
she
is-
just said strong.
Female lead, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, strong female lead.
Yeah, I think that she does everything she needs to. She's a good character. And while Rogue One has been criticized for not fleshing out its characters as much as they should have, which I agree with, even so,
But-
for what she is and how they built her up to be, she's a great character. One of the best
I
Star
mean,
Wars
it's
protagonists.
it's a standalone movie.
Yeah.
It's like a hit and run.
Her
so they don't have
relationship with
much
her
time.
father as well.
Yeah. Galen Erso, he's cool. He has emotions. I put him in good category.
He
No,
put-
he's
Um,
decent.
He's mostly a
This
plot
absolute-
device, but
This absolute Chad of a lad puts a flaw in the Death Star.
dude,
on
he
purpose
literally
because they
fixed one of
forced
the
him to
biggest
work on it.
plot holes in Star Wars. Rogue One fixed that giant plot hole.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
all
So
thank
thank you.
this man for doing that.
That was well done.
I
That
have-
was well done.
I mean, okay, just to be clear, I feel weird putting Rey below him, but it's just because of his role.
it's for what they are.
It's for what his role
Yeah.
is. For Rey to be
Yes.
the main character, she's decent, but for him to be like just a role player in the movie, he's good.
Oh,
Jabba
Jabba
is good,
Jabba's
too.
good.
Jabba's good too.
Where the freaking heck is Jabba? There he is.
There he is.
He's like a mafia boss, basically.
Oh,
He
oh,
literally
Has that
is.
oh,
same
oh.
vibe to it. Yeah.
He's
He's
like
the
Al-
Godfather from Town of Salem.
On my boy.
What's
You
the
must
show's
contact
name?
me. Irrelevant. Go back
Great
and
Disney
delete
is
all of them.
making money.
Yeah.
All of the characters in Irrelevant
Irrelevant.
2 are gonna have their own spin-off movie series by the time that we're like.
Zam
The
West
rank.
I am still waiting for Gonk, a Star Wars story. Okay. By the way,
Teaser.
if Ahsoka was on here, I would argue putting her in Legendary.
I think she's great. She doesn't have the same
Oh my
impact
God,
on the plot.
She's fantastic.
you haven't
she's a
seen
really
you
great
haven't seen the
character.
Clone Wars, dude. Ahsoka's amazing. Cassian Andor, he's getting his own show. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
good.
he's good. He's a good
good too.
character. He's a good character. Yeah, he very much embodies like the whole outlaw type of rebels that they are. You know.
Gunslinger.
Speaking of
Ooh, what's the droid from Rogue One?
K2SO,
K2.
he's pretty good. I like K2SO.
He's good too. He's funny.
He's funny. I would
funny.
say decent, but we can put him in good.
I would argue good.
I would say he also has one of the best deaths in the movie because it was believable, and I can see why he wasn't able to get out of it.
Yeah, and he has he
Yeah.
serves a similar purpose.
Whereas,
to
like, unlike this
C3PO.
freaking guy who just stares a grenade for 5 seconds and lets himself get blown up. What?
Other than that,
he's
he's
sitting-
a
Yeah, I
decent
know, that
character.
was
He's
so
sitting there
weird.
like, I want to die. You know, him.
What's the
He's decent.
Depression exists in the Star Wars universe too. Okay.
I mean, like, he does die
real.
directly after, like, you know, saving. He transmits the signal. I mean,
He was a decent character. I
he's
mean,
okay. I have nothing bad to say about him. Got nothing amazing to say about him. He's decent.
he's
what's
not
the-
irrelevant.
what's-
I would rank the Solo guys, but I'm gonna admit I've only seen that movie once, so let's keep going with the Rogue One guys. Chirrits.
Ooh, I
Sure.
like him a lot.
I think
It's
Huh.
he's a great almost kind of a symbol that the Force exists even for people who aren't Jedi or Sith.
Yeah,
Like
right.
he's
One of the-
kind of like
It was a nice way to like further incorporate like what the Force really is.
There's a
The
huge
Force
misconception that like the Force is Jedi or Sith.
Yeah.
When there's
Watch the Clone Wars.
there's loads of Force-using
Watch the
organizations.
Clone Wars. Go see the Night
Sis-
Sisters, right?
Also in canon, like after the New Republic was established, Luke Skywalker as a Jedi ambassador went around to other Force-using organizations and like.
Yeah.
Read the book Jedi Search. It's a very good Legends novel.
Where do y'all think this guy should go? Good, decent, bad,
He's good. He's
relevant?
good.
I
He's
think
good.
he's good.
You should go to good.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with
All
me.
right.
Honestly, a lot of the Rogue One characters are. I don't think we put any in decent. I think they're all.
This
either
guy,
good or great.
this guy,
All
he's,
of them really serve a good purpose.
This guy's decent.
This guy's decent. I don't
think
remember
he's
much about
decent.
him. Again, I don't have anything bad to
Yeah.
say about him, but I don't have anything great to say about him. Do you guys agree?
He was a cool character, though. I liked him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's decent.
He was the buddy character.
Okay, buddy. Next up, we
Selling
have-
toys.
Pixar lamp.
Yeah, we have the Pixar lamp. Director
I've
Krennic.
never seen Solo.
Krennic is not that great. I'd put Krennic in bad or decent. He's another example of like a yelly commander. I don't like yelly commanders.
Yeah. Be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
Yeah.
What
Are
do
we
you,
blind? Deploy the decent.
what do you guys think?
Are we blind to deploy the bad? No, he's decent. He's decent. I would argue.
We're on the
wait,
verge
what-
of
what
decent.
did Ryan
We
say?
were this close.
I said
No. Are we blind? Deploy the decent.
Ryan says bad. I think kind of bad too, but
Okay, listen. I have a hard time putting him on the
He
same
serves
tier
purpose in the
as. Yeah.
I mean-
he's not as bad as the people in bad.
all right. So, Casey, Peyton, Ryan, you guys are gonna have to like help me rank the Solo characters because I don't remember. I've only seen them like once.
I have never seen Solo.
Okay, yeah. I think Ryan's more qualified to rank these guys than we are. So what do you think? Let's start with
Hold on, isn't this guy from
Batman.
9? This guy right here.
I don't remember him.
I would kind of put him either in bad or decent because he's wasn't a very good character. Like
Well, what are you leaning on? Like, what are you more
I don't
thinking?
really remember much about him.
probably decent.
Okay. So next, actually, sticking with the Solo guys, I do want to talk about Lando and Han because I do want to kind of put those versions of them different than the originals because they're portrayed by different actors. Maybe I want to give them. I think that
Donald Glover.
the Donald Glover one is exactly the same as. I think that he's great. I think that he's in the same tier as Billy D. He felt like
Yes.
Lando. He felt like Lando. I liked him.
Called him Han the whole
Donald
movie.
Glover did a fantastic job.
I
Yeah.
know he did.
He's a good
This
actor.
is a great 2 card.
He wasn't necessarily trying to do like a Billy D impression, but he just kind of came into his own as Lando. He was charming. He had the whole like vibe around him that Lando had. He nailed it. I don't know what else to say.
And I love that
And
they
don't
show
forget his capes.
his capes.
His
too.
capes, yeah. Young Han, yeah.
Decent. I
Wait,
can't put.
I
I
I
can't
don't
justify
hate him,
putting
but I
him
don't
good.
love him.
What does Ryan think? Again, he's seen Solo way more than us.
That's true.
Probably just decent.
He seems like a pale reflection of Harrison.
He's
Ford
kind of a
in
shadow
Han
of
Solo.
Han.
I like Solo. Like this is off of
Yeah.
what I remember. I saw this movie 2 years ago, so please take all my opinions with a grain of salt. But I just remember watching it. I didn't think it was bad. I just like. I didn't feel like I felt like I wasn't watching Han Solo. I felt like I was watching a guy being called Han Solo who kind of mimicked his mannerisms. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously no one can be Harrison Ford. Those are some massive shoes to fill. But
Yes.
I just felt like he could have done better, especially when his co-star is Donald Glover. He could have done
Right.
better.
Yeah.
The rest of these guys over here, why is old Lando on here? I'll keep him down here. So, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Wes-
Oh yeah, Ryan, droid from Rogue One. I mean Solo. What do you think?
Right from Solo. Oh, awesome! Robot rights activist. Definitely good
I
tier.
honestly don't really remember him.
That's her. Yeah.
Slash her. Oh, now I remember. Probably bad.
Bad. Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would argue at least decent. She was advocating the entire movie pretty much. She's like the robots rights activist, which I thought was a really cool thing. Cause
Guys, do we really just put a female rights activist in the bad category?
Oh,
We
No.
need to equal this out. We need to equal it out.
Quickly,
Funny guy.
legendary.
She does. I think she does bring up a kind of a good ethical point in the Star Wars, because like when these robots do kind of have free will, so
Do they have the same rights as intelligent beings?
right, that's really a really cool ethical question that they kind of brought up with her character. I think she was pretty good, and she was a unique character.
Kira, what do y'all think? I don't remember enough.
Bad.
No,
I
I would
didn't
say
see it.
okay. Listen, she wasn't in the movie a lot. She was in the beginning and the end. I think it was a good twist at the end. I didn't like. There's nothing about her character that
Dude,
I loved,
I
but
don't remember.
I don't think I can justify putting her in bad.
How
Like,
many
she's-
times have you seen Solo?
I've seen it twice, but I don't think I
I've
can.
seen it.
There's nothing about her that screams she was a good character. I think she's just the definition of an character. She's decent.
She was like the basic romance plot.
Yeah. So do you guys think we should put him in bad?
Listen, hear me.
I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, I would say bad maybe.
Yeah.
We're getting destroyed for this, I swear.
Greedo.
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 There he is.
McClunky.
Right, poor Greedo.
Again, do we even rank him? He just has a line,
No,
and
no.
they keep changing it. Yeah.
DJ, Greedo shot first. Put him in legendary.
Mm-hmm.
If you say Greedo shoots first one more time, I'm going to flip out. Greedo, yeah, I don't know if we can rank him. I just don't think he has enough characterization to make a. Wasn't this guy named like Quebec, Montreal, something like that? What was his name?
You're a little confused, but he got the spirit.
Ryan, can
Ryan,
you
what's
confirm
his
who
name?
this character is?
Ryan, educate us.
Hold on, let me just look him up.
Vancouver.
His name is Beckett.
Do you know?
Beckett.
Would know which Canadian province he's named after? The Ginger Canadian.
Okay, but actually, guys, Beckett, I remember him from the movie. He was actually
Tobias, that's his name.
It's Beckett.
His first
dang.
name's
Well,
Tobias.
it's not a Canadian province.
Yeah, well, I think he was decent. I mean, he was pretty good.
Uncle Owen.
He is actually a cool plot point.
Yeah, he's decent, I guess.
Agreed.
Plot device.
His acting wasn't
No.
Not a good
phenomenal.
plot device.
I produced up there too. I mean, they're not bad.
Their acting wasn't great, but
But I just don't think anyone's sitting at home listing off their favorite Star Wars characters and going Uncle Owen and Emperor. So
Yes.
Yeah.
plot
Bro, what do you
plot
mean?
device
They're
too.
the best-
Crispy bodies by the.
never mind, guys. They're Ryan's favorite characters. We have to put them in
Legendary
great.
originals though. That
Oh,
he-
Wicked. I think that Wicked can be indecent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
I
was saying.
like the Ewoks as a whole, but I did like Wicked.
And
Yeah.
yeah, looks like all the characters down here we've already ranked.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rank these three separately because of the same actors. I mean these four.
Okay.
So to wrap up, this is our official thingamabobber. I'm gonna zoom out for a little bit. Take your screenshots. This is objectively the correct Star Wars tier list. If you disagree, you are wrong. Your opinions are completely devaluated.
Feel free to agree in the comments.
Any disagreeing will result in an automatic report to YouTube of
Permaban.
physical assaults and verbal
Permaban.
assaults.
Grand treason against them.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
Oh, yes, we are. On the real though, yeah, this was fun to make. I'll spend the next few days editing this. So long, everybody. To the three people watching this, the Ginger Canadian and whoever else. Okay, I don't know how to end this video, so here's a bunch of random out of context footage.
I also have an OnlyFans account.
I walk
The
a
lonely road.
the
This
only
song is
one.
copyrighted.
Yeah,
oh, shoot,
but
shoot.
We're gonna get claimed.
We're gonna get
will
copy
not
strike.
care.
No.
Find a
Oh
dude
yeah,
who
I'm
throws
so
it back
sorry,
to you,
guys.
show her how
Oh,
it's
this
I
is starting to look
promise
bad. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't hate
Show her
women.
not sexist.
He posts hair pictures and ab pictures.
Slow.
Who's like the strongest, most masculine character on this list?
Watto.
Okay. Watto's-
It's about 1 a.m. when we're so we're all heckin' tired.
I came for my dad to watch this. I'm not sure what race that is, but
I don't know.
Yeah, same. What does that even mean?
that's what I've heard.
Guys,
He's literally like a blue man in space. I don't know.
But guys, our opinions are objectively correct. Remember, we're all just like the Mike Wazowski. What were they on when they made this list? Okay.
boys, like it or not, this is the
Masculine
ideal male body.
He's also not as shredded as Watto.
He taught me how to be a man.
I don't know.
Ooh, what
She
you
doesn't get a whole lot
say?
of. She doesn't. You're gonna get
She's
CJ. You're gonna
Watto,
get
you
top.
taught me how to shave.
I got pieces, buffs in my soul. Never